Anderson coming to you live from Hiram, Utah. It is December 22nd. I apologize for missing last week. I was not feeling so well and I laid down for a minute to get some rest before and kind of slept through it. And, life got in the way and sort of forgot. So I do apologize. That's not usually like me. But I'm excited to be here tonight and share with you one last Christmas project right before Christmas. I was thinking, how many of us have that last minute, what do I buy for somebody? And we end up getting a gift card, but we don't have to just do a normal gift card. We can make some cute packaging. So I'm going to show you how to do a cute, fun pop-up card. I am featuring the product of the month paper. So this is brand new. This is the first month that they've done this. If you're familiar with Stampin' Up, we used to have a thing called Celebrations. They are not doing that now because of the way they have changed the rewards, but instead they're doing the product of the month. And this month you can get the product. So when you spend $75, you can get this product for just $5. So remember, you can order online on my website at candiceanderson.stampinup.net. That's Candice with an I and Anderson with an O. Um, and uh, it's only available till the end of this month. Each month there is a new one that will be coming out, so watch for that. And you can see I have no idea what they're going to be. I imagine a variety of different things, stamps, accessories, papers, things like that. But I don't know. This is a new program, so we're going to learn with you. One of the things to be aware on that also is w- with most of the products, we have a pre-order period where we can order it early so that we can make things to share with you. We don't have that option with these. It's the same as anybody else ordering it, with the exception of a few people they have making samples for. So I will try and share those samples with you when they come out, and if or when I get the product, I will try and share it with you as well. But I just got this one, so I'm going to share it with you. So we're going to switch cameras and get started here. Um, Again, welcome. Feel free to say hello, leave a message if you're joining me live. So this is the paper right here. It is a designer series paper. So most of our designer series paper, I think, is around 12 something. So again, you can get this for $5 with a $75 order. So this is the one side, and let me just show you the other side. So it's just beautiful paper, and it is only three colors. It is white, Night of Navy, and Balmy Blue. So it's a very fun one that you can use to do some tone on tone. And believe it or not, I am going to use it to make a Christmas card today. But we're also going to be using some products from the new catalog that's going to be coming out, which starts in January. So in January, you'll be able to order from these. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what I'm going to be using, because I thought it went really, really well with that. I'm going to bring this paper back in here so you can kind of see. And what I was looking at, it was the leaves on here, especially on like this side, these kind of leaves. I felt like this new Nature's Symphony went really, really well with this. So that is actually what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this die right here for my project. There is a stamp set. You can get this as a suite. There's a stamp set. If you didn't want to make this into a Christmas card, but you wanted to make it just for some other reason or birthday, whatever, the stamp set is a great stamp set that you could tie with it. Sorry, moving things out of the way. And I wanted to show you the paper really quick. This is the paper that comes in this suite. So I'll just flip through it really quick. Really pretty cool fun paper. Oh, there is one other one. There's also this, it's, I'm going to open it so you can see. It is natural hue textured specialty paper. So I'm hoping you'll be able to see the texture on here, maybe if I get the light just right. But if you've ever like had old linen paper, um, like that they used to make out of, I don't know, like a parchment type paper. That's what it reminds me of. It does have, you can kind of see that texture on there, and it comes in the 3 different colors. So the suite includes that one. It includes this and the 2 stamp sets that I just showed you. But the other really cool thing is there is also a scrapbooking kit that you can go get that goes along with it. It has the same paper in it, but it also has some sticker sheets, some exclusive papers in it. And there is another stamp set that goes with this one as well. So you can kind of see the fun layouts. I don't have the stamp set yet that matches this one, but there are lots of awesome things. If you don't have a catalog and would like one, let me know. But we're going to get started here. Um, the one other thing I am using, I believe this one is a pre-order as well, and it is the lovely stripes. So I'm pretty sure that this one's going to be available in January as well. Let's see if you can kind of see the texture on that. Very fun little embossing folder that we can use. So I've already pre-cut out my, oh, I just dropped something. Hang on. I've already pre-cut out my leaves, and I cut them out of the balmy blue. Pretty sure that's what color it was. Yeah, balmy blue. And then I have cut them out of vellum paper. If you've never used vellum, oh, I love cutting dies out with vellum. Very, very fun, especially like leaves and stuff that just kind of adds unique. So this right here is the designer series paper. I have just cut out one of the flowers from the sheet of paper. So I've just cut out a flower from here. And then we are going to, so I have a few more pieces here. I've just got a couple of the different designer series papers. And this will be for my inside and my stamping. And before we get stamping, I think we're going to score first. So this is just my regular card base, 8.5 by 11, cut down to the 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to fold it so it is the 4.25. All right. And then we're going to set that one aside. So now I have 2 pieces that are 5.25 by 5.25. These are going to be my inside pieces. One thing on the cardstock, if you can see, there's kind of a tiny bit of a curve that way. If you bend your cardstock and it moves really easy, this is the best way to score it, if at all possible. If you go this way, you can see it doesn't bend quite as easy. You can score it this way, but I highly recommend, if you are going to score it this way, make sure you are using a device to score it. You'll notice this one I just folded in half, and that's because this is the way the material, or how did they explain it? The fibers are going this direction, so it folds easier. So if you go the other direction, it doesn't fold quite as easy. So I've got my 2 pieces here, and we're going to grab, oh, I forgot to show you, this is the ribbon, excuse me, that comes in that suite. We're not going to be using that, but, okay. So we have, like I said, this is 5.25 by 5.25, and I am going to score it at 1.25, which basically leaves me 4 inches on the inside. And I'm going to score this one the exact same. So I played around with this idea a little bit I had seen someone else make one that was just the gift card, and I wanted it to be inside the card. And so we're just going to use our bone folder here. And I did play around with the idea of just scoring it and then cutting it out here. I did find it was easier to cut the two different pieces. It also allowed me to do the full inside of the card. Now, one thing you're going to notice is that I did do it 5 1/4. So it's leaving just a little bit if you were to lay these here. So it's not going all the way to the edge, and that's okay. We kind of want it that way because it gives us a little bit of room for our gift card to go in here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab some of our Terran tape, and we're just going to put a little piece on each edge here. Again, we're not putting it along the bottom here, just along the edge on one of them. We don't need to do it on both. And use my bone folder to make sure that that's nice and tight on my paper there. And then I'm just going to stick these two together. So we've now created our inside of our card. You do not need to do this part, but I have found it helps. It's a little bit easier to get the gift card out if you do that. So I'm just taking a circle punch, and I'm just going to kind of try to center it somewhat here. And I'm just going to punch it down a little bit here. If you want to, you could add some like designer paper or whatever here. I chose not to because I am putting stuff on both sides here. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to start with our decorating here. We're going to hurry and stamp. I only have two little things that I am stamping, and I am using the Ornamental Christmas. You've seen me use this a lot. I really love the stamp set, and it did not go on to the last chance list, so I was really happy. So I'm using the Wishing You Peace and the Tis the Season on this. So I'm just using the words, but they work really well. We're going to grab our Night of Navy here, and we're going to stamp Tis the Season, and the Wishing You Peace and Joy. Move this out of the way. All right, so this one's just going to go right here. Simple and easy. Add some glue. And it should be just that 1/4 inch smaller, so 3 3/4 by 5 on that side. And then I am going to do this one. I'm just going to add some designer series paper on this other side here. I could have left it blue. I could have put another white, but I really love this paper and wanted to use more of it. So that's going to go there. And we're going to wait to actually attach this for a minute because I want to do this front part here. All right. So we're going to grab some scissors really quick, and I am just going to turn this into a tag really quick. Simple, easy. And we'll attach it. And like I said, you can pretty much use this technique with any different card, anything that you're kind of wanting there. All right. All right. And next we're going to add on our specialty or our embossed piece. I'm going to add that just to the edge, and I'm putting it right onto this designer series paper here. So for this part here, these leaves are kind of they're very delicate, but what I loved is s I can kind of, like, tuck one back behind, and I can kind of mix it a little bit so that it's not completely one on top of the other, if that kind of makes sense a little bit there, and it just kinda mixes it. Um, and then we're gonna grab some of our, uh, dimensionals here. You can use the bigger ones. I'm just using the little ones because that's what I have handy at the moment. And like I said, you could easily switch this out if you didn't want a Christmas one, but I did think these worked well for a pretty like winter kind of Christmas theme here. Now I'm going to flip this over and I have them, like I said, I kind of layered them up a little bit, and then I'm going to add a bunch of dimensionals here, and I'm adding them mostly on the balmy blue. But I am going to add some where they kind of overlap a little bit and hopefully hold that other one in there. The other thing I can do is just add, I'm going to use my little thing here. I'm going to flip this way, and let's see, I can add them again to the back of the blue ones where I can attach it kind of to the we're going to move this one so it's flipped this way, and then I have somewhere where I can attach. And let's see, I'm going to flip this one as well, and then I can put one more here, and that just allows me to still keep my uh essentially glue hidden, but be able to incorporate those together. And we're going to take the backs off of these. All right. Hopefully you guys are all ready for Christmas. I'm pretty close. We have a few more presents to finish wrapping, waiting for Amazon to deliver some. And okay, we're gonna throw that on there. It's okay if it's overhanging a little bit because it is going to go on my card base. And this is cut at my 4 by 5 1/4. So it's just that little bit larger there. And then we are going to add our other flower that we've cut out here. And I'm going to add some dimensionals here so that I can add that flower. And I'm going to add this last little leaves that I also cut from the designer series paper and just tuck it right up under there. Oh, we're gonna pop this off because I just realized I forgot one little thing really quick. And we're gonna add some glue on the back of here. And I am going to grab my um, white baker's twine. Make sure I have this going the right direction here. Maybe we'll just set it in here. And then we'll stick that over the top of it. There we go. Um, the first time I made it, I did the exact same thing and just decided it needed some kind of little bit of a pop. So I added that white baker's twine and I just really liked that. I am going to add a few little, these are the muted palette dots. And it just has this really pretty blue in here that we're just going to add a few of these. kind of finish it off. And I think we'll do one more little one here. Mm, there we go. All right. So now we can, before I put that one here, I'm going to go ahead and attach this one. Just center that on my front. And part of the reason I waited is just because this does add a little bit more dimension to the inside. And so I wanted it to be a little bit more flat for attaching that. Sorry, this is going to bug me because it's not completely straight. See if we can straighten it up a little bit there. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and add plenty. You could use your, okay, we're going to add it to this side here. Um, too much dimension on the other side there, so it didn't want to work very well. You could use your tear and tape for this as well. Now, the one thing to be careful, remember I said it's not going to line right up on that corner there. So what I want to do is I want to center it here, and then I want to do the same thing over here. I want to center it, and it's going to be just so you can't lay it 100. I mean, you can, it's going to pop these apart a little bit if you lay it completely open, but that is 100% okay. It actually works a little bit better for you to be able to put your gift card in there. And like I said, you don't have to have that punch, but I have found that it is a little bit easier to put the gift card in there with the punch. So there is our finished card. When we open it up, that gift card pops right out. Plenty of room to write a message, but super fun. Easy card using that beautiful paper. If you haven't gotten it yet, I highly encourage you to jump on and uh, place that order, get it for $5. Remember, you can order at candiceanderson.stampinup.net. I will get a post done, hopefully in the next day or two, with all of the cutouts and dimensions for this so that you can recreate it if you want to make your own. And please share. I'd love to see what you are creating, what I'm inspiring. You can share on my Instagram or my Facebook, Stampin' with Candice or Stamper Candy, or on my blog, or I have a Facebook group, Stampin' Fun with Candice. So feel free to join, share. I'd love to see what you have, and I will see you again next week. I think that is the last, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. last last one this year, next Monday. Um, and have a stamptastic day and a very Merry Christmas. And thank you again for joining me. Bye bye.